guys, welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and that is I'm going to be showing my graphic novel collection. I don't believe I've actually ever done this on my channel before, but I've recently been getting into comics and graphic novels, and I thought I would actually show what I've collected over the years, because it's still a very small collection because it's something that I've only been collecting on and off. But recently I've fallen down a huge like Batman graphic novel, a comic like rabbit hole, and yeah, so I'm kind of in the middle of a bit of an obsession, and I just thought it would be sort of a fun video to show like my entire graphic novel collection. As I said, it's not very big, but yeah, I thought I would show what I do have. And I'm going to start off with the DC comics because that's actually what I've got the most of at the moment. So I'm going to get straight into it. And first up I have sort of a couple of miscellaneous items. First one is this DC Comics Encyclopedia. I got this for Christmas in 2016. It was actually before I became like obsessed with DC Comics and that. So yeah, I haven't had much use for it until now, but this is going to be very handy in, you know, if I need to refer back to characters and that, because I'm still learning like who everyone is and their history and that. So but yeah, I mean, this is like a few years out of date I think, but it's still quite useful. So I do have the DC Comics Encyclopedia. And then sort of like one of the very first things I picked up way back in the day when I got into Batman the first time, because I got into Batman via the movies, and then like I've only very recently just started reading comics for the first time. But I did pick up this copy of Batman Returns. I think I got this in like 2004, and it's the the movie adaptation, which is, it's very beat up because I've had it for quite a while, and I picked it up secondhand, but it's a cool little thing to have for the collection. So that's the Batman Returns official movie adaptation. And then sort of going off into the trades, because I haven't actually started collecting individual like issues of comics. So I've sort of been getting the trades, but who knows, maybe one day I'll eventually start looking out for individual issues and things like that. But for the time being I'm sort of sticking with the trades. But I do have a few Batman 66 volumes. So I've got volumes 1 and volume 2, and I also have Batman 66 Meets the Green Hornet. And then I have a couple more Batman ones that are more recent purchases. So I have Batman Under the Red Hood, and I also have from the New 52 Batman and Robin volume 1 Born to Kill. And then we move into, I've got a bit of like a Flash collection, because that was sort of my introduction when I was getting into this like superhero comics, and that I was really obsessed with reading the Flash, because I think it's like at the time the TV show came out and I wanted to read more comics, and yeah, I was reading the the Flash graphic novel. So the first one I have is Flashpoint, which I think I picked up at Supernova like a few years ago, because it I think the TV show was just about to cover the Flashpoint storyline, so I picked this up. And then speaking of the TV show, I have The Flash Season 0. And then I have the first 5 volumes of the Flash New 52 comics. So we've got volume 1 Move Forward, volume 2 Rogue's Revolution, volume 3 Guerrilla Warfare, volume 4 Rebirth, and volume 5 History Lessons. And then I have the first volume of The Flash Rebirth, which is Lightning Strikes Twice. I actually haven't got to any of the Flash Rebirth comics, because I do want to try and finish off the New 52 run before I jump into this one. I know I don't have to, but I just sort of, since I've gotten so far with the Flash New 52, I kind of do want to eventually finish it out. So, but I do have the first volume of Flash Rebirth, so that's there for when I eventually get around to reading it. So, got that one. And then again, another recent purchase is the new Teen Titans, The Judas Contract. This was like the very first graphic novel I sort of read that sort of spawned this whole obsession, because I was obsessed with the Titans TV show, and then I wanted to read Titans graphic novels, and then that kind of just spiraled, and then I've been reading basically anything I could get my hands on. So, because I do have Kindle Unlimited, so I've been reading a lot of the issues there, but I do want to actually build up like my own like physical collection. So, but yeah, so I did go ahead and pick this up because I loved reading this and I wanted my own copy. So yeah, that's the Judas Contract. And then I also have sort of the last of the DC comics that I've got is Supergirl Volume 1, The Girl of Steel. So now we just sort of move into miscellaneous comics, that like graphic novels that I've collected. I do have some manga, because I'm not really that big into manga, but I've been reading on and off Death Note, so I do have a few volumes of that. I've got Volume 1, Volume 2, and then I've got sort of the black editions, so this has 3 and 4, and then 5 and 6. Then I've got The Walking Dead Volume 1, Days Gone By, Gem and the Holograms. This is just Volume 1, Gem and the Holograms. Then I've got Judge Dredd Volume 1, V for Vendetta, Chew Volume 1, and then I've got a couple of Doctor Who graphic novels. So we have Hunters of the Burning Stone, and then possibly my favourite one that I've got, that I managed to get for my collection, is Star Trek The Next Generation Doctor Who crossover, Assimilation Squared. So combining two of my favourite things. That's that one. And then just, yeah, continuing on with the random graphic novels, I've got Big Trouble in Little China Volume 1, Serenity, Those Left Behind. Then I've got a bit of a Marvel, some Marvel graphic novels. I haven't collected a lot of these ones, but I do have Black Panther Volume 1, A Nation Under Our Feet, Captain Marvel Rise of Alpha Flight, Spider-Gwen Most Wanted, and then I have Spider-Gwen Greater Power, Miss Marvel No Normal, and Miss Marvel Generation Y. And then I have the first 6 volumes of Saga, which is another series I actually need to get back into, because I was really enjoying this, and I think I got up to I haven't read Volume 6 yet, so, and I've had it for quite a few years, so I really need to get back into this at some point. So these ones. And then I have Rat Queens Volume 1, Sass and Sorcery. And then last but certainly not least, we sort of have a bit of a Power Ranger collection here. And then, so I've just got a couple of random annuals that I picked up at various conventions. So I have the 1996 official annual and the 97 annual. I just think these are like really cool like items to have. So, and then I also have volumes 1 and 2 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I really need to get around to getting the rest of this, because I have read up to Volume 4, so I just need to pick up the trades, because I'm, you know, want the physical copies for my collection. So yeah, that is it. So I don't know how interesting this video is, because yeah, my collection is tiny compared to a lot of people, but as I said, I've only like been collecting on and off. It's not a collection like I've been really focused on building, but now that I'm sort of getting like back into graphic novels and reading comics and things, yeah, definitely interested in expanding on what I have. So there'll probably be like updates and that sporadically over the next few months as a sort of look to expand the collection. So we'll see what I manage to pick up, but yeah, I just thought this would be a different kind of collection overview video, so I'm just going to stop it here. So thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye!